Okay, I think we're finally live. 9 years later. I apologize. This is insane. Okay, so I apologize. We have been trying to go live in the group. Zoom has changed something about the settings in the group, which made it terribly hard to even do anything. All right, so let's let's get started. We are so late. This is bad. Oh my gosh. So I'm sorry. Let's just start with that. I apologize. So just 1 second. Let me just confirm I'm in here. Uh, it's just dead air. Oh, wow. Okay, it looks like I'm live. Okay, I apologize. But this has been a nightmare trying to get live. So Zoom did an update over the weekend, and I did not think it was going to impact us. And I discover when it's time for me to do my session with you all that it does impact us. So lesson learned. Woo. All right, so let's get started with this training. So we're going to have to trim off the front of this for sure. I had to reboot twice just to get anything to do anything. So, okay. Sorry, I have to pull up all the slides and stuff because I had to reboot twice. So we're starting all over again. So I will show my screen. Let me get my Bonanza links together and we'll get started. Thank you all for your grace and mercy. I love it when there's software updates. I am so being sarcastic. Oh gosh, what did they do? Share my screen. All panelists, that's fine. I'm trying to share my screen. So yeah, they've changed the whole control panel and everything. So Zoom has changed a lot of stuff, and I was caught up. Let's just get all these links going for today's training. Thank you for your grace and mercy. Lyria, you're going to have to edit this for sure. All right. I think we're finally at a place. So, and you'll have to trim this so that those who purchase the training get the right thing. Let me stop showing my screen for just a second. That's not the right login ID anyway. Okay, I have to get into my own account, so just give me a second, guys. Sorry, I'm logging into my Bonanza account. We had to reboot. This is insane. Really? No, it didn't get any more interesting than this. Um, Finally. Okay, I finally got into my account. All right, reset. Woo. Hello, this is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers Academy. And today we are going through our Bonanza training. We have a two-part series. So this is part one of the training. And the first part of the training, we're going to go through Bonanza. Second part of the training, we're going to go through Google Shopping. I apologize. There were some updates to Zoom. So we had some challenges getting in, but hey, we love technical challenges. Nope, no, we do not. So my name is Nicole Whitlock. I am the creator and co-founder of eCom Sellers. We own eCom Sellers Academy, Summit, Mastery, eCom Junior, eCom Minute, eCom Mondays, and eCom Q4 Summit. In addition to that, we support many other things, including the Mega Print on Demand Summit. I have been selling offline, technically, since 2008, and selling online since 2014. Put a little asterisk next to that because I actually started selling in Facebook garage sale groups a long time ago. I just didn't really think that was online. And so my first foray, and also Craigslist. So for those of us that were doing that, I sold on Facebook garage sale groups and I sold on Craigslist before I started selling on eBay. So technically that was online as well. I am the single mom of two special needs kids, and we're going to go ahead and get started. They're the reason why I do this. So we have one assumption about this workshop, that you don't know anything about Bonanza. You're starting from a clean slate and you have no information about Bonanza. I would tell you Bonanza is a great platform to be able to sell things because there's really nothing that's stopping you from selling. So let's get started. So during this workshop overview, it's a two-part series. The first thing that we're going to be covering is what is Bonanza? What are the platform options, features, and integrations? How do you use the platform? How do you list and ship on the platform? So we're probably not going to get to list and ship. I'll try to squeeze that in next week. And then part two, we're going to go over what is Google Shopping, the platform options, features, and integrations, how to use the platform, and how to list and ship on that platform. So next week will probably be a long session. I apologize in advance for that. Our Q&A for tonight is going to be delayed because we had some technical issues just getting the Zoom to launch. So the first thing about this workshop and any workshop that we host is that we always want to make sure that people are keeping in mind at the end of the day, this is your business. You are the business owner. You make all the business decisions. So anything we share with you today is informational. You can decide whether or not you want to use it, whether or not it's helpful to you, or whether or not you just want to keep moving. We always encourage you as a business owner that you treat this business like a business and that you establish a budget and a schedule and you actually effectively plan how you're going to operate your business. Make decisions about it like it is truly a business and not some random thing that you do. Otherwise, it's just a hobby. So you should always establish a budget. You should always build a real work schedule because when you don't have a schedule, you don't know where your time went. If you have a schedule, then you can always know what your time and where you're wasting time. And when you waste time, that's opportunity because time is one thing you can never, ever, ever get back. And then we always encourage that anything that you do that is new or that you are not familiar with, give yourself at least 3 to 6 months to get comfortable with that platform, to get familiar with it, to get used to the way you can do different things on that platform. And being consistent is the key to your success in selling on any platform, no matter what it is. So today we're going over Bonanza and what is Bonanza. So Bonanza, I'm going to tell you they were headquartered in Washington, Seattle, Washington, but it's a marketplace. It's another one of these amazing marketplaces that you can use to sell your products, whatever your products happen to be. Bonanza is a great platform to sell it on. And it's an easy platform to set up and to list items on. So it's not overly complicated. They have some basic categories, some basic features. We're going to talk about a little bit more if you want to beef up your Bonanza. But in essence, a lot of people compare Bonanza to eBay. I don't think that it's anything like eBay. I actually like selling on Bonanza. I do have a Bonanza account. It has been dormant for a little bit, but I do have an account, and hopefully when we get a chance, I'll be able to show you if maybe next week, how to create a listing. So there's a lot of simple features on the platform. And like I said, it's very simple to create a listing. It's less complicated than like creating a listing on eBay or creating a listing on some other platforms. And when you get started, it's really a simple process. Like it is very straightforward and simple. There aren't any fees to list items. La la. No fees to list items, no monthly store fees, none of that. All you're doing is when an item sells, you pay at that point. So in essence, it's very similar to eBay in that respect. But again, it's free to list on. You can create a free account if you want to. And Bonanza helps sellers through forums, community, and chat. So the one thing you will find is that you really don't have a direct person that you can talk to on Bonanza, but there is customer service that is always available, and you can use the communities and chats to be able to address any issues that you have. So it also allows you to build your customer list. You can build strong relationships with your customers. So like I said, it's an online shopping mall in essence, where a buyer connects buyers and sellers together. You provide a lot of different tools to help you grow your business. It was voted back in 2016, I think also in 17, the most recommended marketplace. And that's how I got started. I got started, I think in 2015 on Bonanza, over eBay, Amazon, and Etsy. So I will say that it's probably simple to list on like Etsy is. Like I said, a little more simple than it is eBay. And they have over 20 million product catalogs listings on Bonanza. That's a lot. So what can you sell on Bonanza? You can pretty much almost sell anything. Why would you sell on Bonanza? So you can sell your items directly through Bonanza, and there is an actual base fee of 3.5. And I'm going to go through that a little bit more. And that is when your item sells, there's a minimum base 3.5 that you're going to pay on every single sale. You could pay more depending on if you have a membership or you're doing advertising. Those are all optional. But if you're just using straight Bonanza and you're driving your own traffic, 3.5. It allows sellers to import from eBay, Etsy, and Shopify. Hello. So you literally could cross-list your listings from eBay directly over to Bonanza without typing anything. Also Etsy, also Amazon, and also Shopify. Now, let me just say this. That can be helpful if you can import your listings, especially with all the stuff that's going on Amazon right now. If you were to import your listings over to Bonanza and then just make them inactive, so then that way the listing is already cloned over there, including all the pictures. And then if for some reason Amazon decides they want to take down your listing, they want to make it inactive, they want to take it down, and you lose all your pictures, at least your pictures will already be up on Bonanza. All you have to do is just activate that listing, and everything about it, all the characteristics about it are already there. So for those of you that are struggling with your relationship with Amazon, I see this as a viable solution. If you were to turn on the sync process that's inside of Bonanza, bring those listings over, bring them over as inactive, so they're always on another platform. And then if for some reason Amazon decides to take down your listings, all you have to do is just reactivate them on Bonanza, and boom, you're done. And if Amazon takes the listing and took the pictures, at least you have all the pictures and everything over on Bonanza. So I love that. I just want you to know, I think that is a viable solution. And when they say, okay, we took down your listing, especially if you sent the inventory into Amazon, when somebody buys something from you, you can fulfill from your own Amazon inventory and ship it directly from Amazon to your customer. So that import integration feature is a big deal, okay? It's a benefit to you. Bonanza provides features for adding your items to Google Shopping. So that is a big thing, because Google Shopping, in essence, you can import your listings into Google Shopping. So you've got 5 platforms. If you list on Bonanza, or if you're listing on other platforms, you can import them from those other platforms into Bonanza. And you can integrate it with Google Shopping, because what is the biggest search engine on the internet? Google, okay? Amazon is still a big search engine, but people are starting with Google for most everything. Google, YouTube, and Amazon. Those are the top 3 search engines. So having your items be visible in Google Shopping, that again, that's just going to get you more traction and more traffic to your listings. Okay. It's easy to handle your Bonanza store. It's actually called a booth, is what it is. And we'll talk about that in just a second. And then most of the marketplace focus exclusively on promoting your brands and buyers, like Amazon. You know, people are going to Amazon for specific things. People are going to different platforms, but you don't have to worry about all of the challenges that you have with listing on Amazon. You don't have to think about any of the competition if you're listing your items on Bonanza or cross-listing them on Bonanza. And we also have like a promo code for a tool called List Perfectly. List Perfectly will cross-list to Bonanza for you as well. So again, you don't have to worry about dealing with Amazon, because a lot of people are frustrated with Amazon, so they're exploring other platforms. So I would put this platform into your arsenal, put it in your back pocket. You know, Walmart is a good platform, but also Bonanza. If you've had inventory you had to pull back, Bonanza is another platform in which you can put your listings on. And if you integrate it with Google Shopping, your items will go. They'll go. Then the other thing is the data on your booth. Like, you can get information about your customers, and about your customers will see different information about your listings, but you have information about your customers, about the traffic that's coming to your booth and the data. So you can direct message the information to your customers or to your potential customers. If shoppers send you a message, you can message back to them directly. So you don't have that where you're not able to communicate with your customers directly like you do on Amazon. You can interact with your customers directly on Walmart and also on eBay. So in that essence, it's very similar. So the traffic that is on Bonanza, there's 1.2 million visitors per month on Bonanza. Comparatively speaking, you know, to eBay or to Amazon or to Walmart, they clearly get more traffic. But the one thing about Bonanza is you can integrate it with Google Shopping and have your listing show up over on the side, and you can do advertising. And that's another opportunity to get more traction on your listing, more eyeballs on your listing. So the pros of listing on Bonanza is that it's quick and easy to set up your store. There's minimal fees. You have the ability to import your listings from eBay, Etsy, says both, to your booth, and you can get information, data on your listings. So you can get traffic statistics. That's a big deal. The cons are that it is a smaller buyer base and fewer advertising opportunities. And so you need it for self-promotion. So you do have to do, in some essence, sometimes self-promotion, but if you're really good with the keywords in your listing, if your listing is keyword rich, your listings can be found organically. I couldn't believe some of the sales that I would get on Bonanza when I was regularly selling on Bonanza. And so I have, you have your death pile. Maybe it's inventory you had to pull back. Definitely list it on Bonanza. Now you want to list the newer stuff than older or used stuff, unless it's vintage or something like that. So how much does it cost to sell on Bonanza? So the fee structure is a little different. Like I said, you have the final value fee is what you pay. And it's a combination of two things: the amount that the person buys the product from you and any of the shipping fees. So in the example that we have is like a t-shirt was $12, which I don't know why the t-shirt is $12, but whatever. And sorry, $25. And the shipping is $12. So the final value fee would be $27. So $2 would be what you're going to end up paying. So the final value fee under $500, the fee is 3.5. If it's over $500, then the fee is 3.5 plus a 1.5 flat fee for everything that's over $500. And then, of course, a minimum 50-cent fee applies to every sale. So that's how they get their money. So when you look at fees, you look at the selling fees that are on Facebook Marketplace. This will be a good example. Facebook Marketplace selling fees are low. Bonanza selling fees are low. This is another one of those low selling fees. So that means it's potentially a higher ROI for you. And if you are taking the bundles course, this is a platform to list your bundles on. When you're worried about those character bundles, when you're worried about those bundles like, oh, I can't sell these on Amazon, oh, I get a message or whatever. If you put together an amazing bundle and you list it on Bonanza Cross and then you import it into Google Shopping, you're going to sell your bundles without having to worry about all the little things about, oh, okay, you can't sell Disney, you can't sell that. I'm just going to tell you the truth. So I love that about Bonanza because I don't have to go through any of the stuff that you go through on other platforms. Same thing with Facebook Marketplace. I don't have to go through all that. I can just sell my bundles as is. So the features, sellers can import their listings from eBay from eBay, from Etsy, from Amazon and Shopify. And don't forget about the integration to Google Shopping. The store is easy to set up. There's minimal fees. We went through that already. And booth, the bonanza.com includes your booth and the item traffic statistics. So how many eyeballs are looking at your listing? Okay, getting that traffic information is going to help you to drive more traffic to your listing. In addition to that, on your listings, you have, and also on your booth, because that is what it's called, you can add a video. So you can tailor it to you, and you can add a video to your products as well. You can put your booth on vacation. You can include discounts and coupons. So you can put things on sale if you want to, or give people coupons. You can now allow shoppers to negotiate. So again, like on eBay, you can negotiate. Sometimes people will make you an offer and you go, no, I'm not interested. Payments go through PayPal and Amazon Pay only. So you have to keep that in mind. You can advertise your items, and you have a My Customer section that you can go through and look at, collect that data, import that into your whatever your mail response system is. So then that way you can market to those customers later on. So also you have the option of signing up for a Bonanza membership. There are 3 main membership tiers. And so I'm going to actually pull this up because you can't see this graphic very well. So hold on just one second. I think I have it in another window. Okay, so improve your sales on Bonanza. So you can choose, you don't have to sign up for a Bonanza membership. You can sign up annually or you can sign up monthly. So if you feel like Bonanza is going to be for you, if you want to test it without signing up for a membership, you definitely can do that. But if you want to sign up for a membership, just keep in mind there's an annual option and there's a monthly option. Okay. The features are get more up to 2 times more views, page views. You can get up to 3 times more page views or 8 times more page views. Okay, so this one is really like, okay, I want my stuff to show up. So they'll do different things to drive traffic to your listings, which is great. You'll get some Google Analytics on your listing. So you're already getting analytics for free. You're getting some traffic stats about your listings automatically. And then you get more if you sign up for one of the memberships. The lowest price shipping labels. You can get some advanced stats. So you see all the check boxes here. You can get a personal consultant if you sign up for the Titan level. So if you have a lot of inventory to get rid of, you got a lot of inventory to push, maybe not the Titan, get rid of everything really fast. So you can add different features if you want to do coupons. This is where you're going to do that with the membership. You can do Facebook advertising at the platinum and Titan level. I can talk. And 24-hour analytics, which is a new feature. Comparison shopping on other channels. So I will say this about Bonanza compared to others. So when you're like selling on Amazon, you're competing for the buy box. Yes, Amazon is king. It is a beast. We understand that. But you're also competing for the buy box. When you're selling on eBay, because you're putting your UPC, all your related stuff is going to show up. So other people that are selling the same product, you'll get to see their prices too. So it kind of indirectly messes with that whole competition thing on eBay. And when they're doing some kind of test on Etsy to showcase similar products near each other as well. But Bonanza, they're coming to your booth. So if they see that standalone listing all by itself out there in Google Shopping and they click on it, they're coming to your booth and they're going to see your stuff. They're not going to see other people's stuff. They're going to see your stuff. And so that is different compared to other platforms. That is one of the things I love, because now I don't have to worry about this whole they see what other people are selling something for. So again, if you're selling bundles and you're giving value, that is another way to get more traction and traffic on your listings. So again, the membership has a lot of different features. If you're wanting some assistance with booth management, like maximum number of items per month, like they'll help you with booth management. Digital goods, if you've got digital goods you want to sell, and then SMS messaging. So again, there's a lot of different features. And then if you're looking for something smaller or you're looking for something bigger, need more advertising, they have a $300 a month offering, and then they got a $20 a month offering. So again, you can sign up for these, or you can not and just stay with the free account. Totally, you could stay with the free account, okay? So I wanted you to know that those features exist inside of Bonanza. So let me keep going. So where to find products to sell? Okay, where to get started? So I have mentioned before, get rid of your inventory that came back from Amazon. Let's start with that. Inventory that Amazon won't let you sell, you can go with that. Inventory that you bought and you're like, oh my God, I have to return it. Just go put it on Bonanza and see what happens. So you can sell stuff that you're passionate about. If you're a person that's selling clothing, accessories, whatever that is right now, go ahead and sell them online, sell them on Bonanza. Don't forget the opportunity to import your existing listings from other platforms. You can research different products that you think are going to sell, do some research, maybe buy from a wholesaler, or you know, if you got a wholesaler that will do the drop shipping for you, definitely do that. Drop shipping is always an option. Maybe you're doing subscription boxes, and so you're selling those. You can list those on your Bonanza booth. And liquidation in any excess inventory. So these are all things that you can sell. You know, you want to sell new stuff. You want to have good pictures. As always, you want to have great descriptions. You want to make sure you've got your strong keywords in there. So when you import those listings, edit them, you know, tweak them as you need to, and then make them active. Activate those listings. As I mentioned before, there's integration that you have the opportunity. You can import all of your listings from a CSV file, so you don't have to manually create them. I love that about all the platforms. You have the ability to import from a CSV file on Walmart or from a flat file Excel file, eBay, Amazon, Etsy. So why not import your listings? Okay. But then you also have the opportunity to bring your listings in from your other platforms, Shopify, Etsy, Amazon. So you can cross-list to get more traffic and traction on your listings, more backlinks. So if you've got a Shopify store, why not set up an integration, activate the integration so that you can get more eyeballs on your listing, and then take that Bonanza store and do an integration with Google Shopping. So now your items that are on your Shopify store listed on Bonanza and also on Google Shopping. You can go directly from Shopify directly to Google Shopping if you want to. But again, if you bring in that extra, that's just more backlinks to your listing and more traction on that particular listing. So again, something to think about when you're trying to get more traction. So there's different categories. These categories should feel somewhat familiar. There's a lot of different things that you can be selling. And don't forget that there's digital goods that you could be selling as well on Bonanza, getting some traction and traffic on your digital goods. So again, if you're selling digital goods over on Etsy, you can do that over here as well. Specialty services, stamps, like, okay. So coin collection. So those of you that are frustrated with the changes that eBay made to coin collection, or, you know, selling coins on eBay, go sell them on Bonanza. I'm just saying, giving you some opportunities to kind of get more traction, and then, you know, import those or cross-list those over to Google Shopping. And now your listing is out there in the universe, you're getting some traffic and some traction. You definitely, if you're going to do the integrations, make sure you do the sync to some extent. Like I would import all my listings from Amazon and turn off the sync, because if they delete it on Amazon, I don't want them deleting it on Bonanza, just because I want that listing to exist. But I would make sure that when I import from Amazon, that I make them inactive. Outside of that, you can cross-list so that way, when it sells, if it sells on eBay and you only had one of them, it'll bring down your Bonanza listing. And that is what the sync does. It's SYNC, sync, synchronization. All right, so advertising on Bonanza, these are your fees for advertising on Bonanza. You don't have to do that. You can choose not to do it. You can just see what kind of organic traffic you can get on your own based on the keywords you put in the listing, the images that you have, your listings. You will be surprised how often your listings just show up naturally and organically. So it is an opt-in program, so it's not automatic. And so you don't, you can choose it or you can not choose it. If you sign up for the basic, it says the maximum fee is 9%. So I did do this for a little while. I think my fees were sometimes between 4 and 5%. So again, another opportunity to be able to sell your stuff and to get more traction and traffic on your listings. 30% is a bit steep, but I can swing, if I'm already paying 3.5%, I can swing another 4% or 5%. When you compare that to my fees on other platforms, when you compare it to my fees on other platforms, yeah, I can swing another 4%. It's only 7.5%. So keep that in mind. You do have the opportunity to sign up for this. This is additional. So you have the membership, which is optional. You don't have to do it. And you also have advertising, which is optional. You don't have to do that. So how to get started on Bonanza, the first thing you want to do is you want to navigate to Bonanza. So you just go to bonanza.com. You click on register in the top right-hand corner. You're going to create an account and you're going to put in an email address and your password, your postal code, and agree to the terms. And you'll begin the process of creating your account. They're going to ask you to verify your email address, of course, and then you're going to activate your Bonanza account. When you do that, you're creating what's called a booth, which is what I mentioned before. You're going to have a dashboard. You're going to have a profile. You can put your profile pickup. I never did put my profile pickup. Maybe I will this year. And then you can begin the process after you've got that set up. There's other things that you're going to be setting up. So some of the things that are not directly listed here, like you're going to put in your full name, your address, details about your business, some information so that they can help you calculate shipping. You are going to set up a shipping policy. I didn't write that in here. So there's a shipping policy. You're going to have a return policy. So there's some decisions that you're going to have to make about your account when you're setting it up. So you're going to customize your booth. You're going to attach your PayPal. And then you can choose, if you're going to do a gold membership, you can connect it to Stripe. You're going to choose whether or not you're going to advertise your items or not. And again, you can activate or inactivate that at any time. And you're going to add a credit card because they're going to use that to verify who you are as you're setting up your account. And then you're ready to import your listings. But again, the things that I need to add to this is that you are going to set up a shipping policy and a return policy. There's going to be some things that you're actually going to set up in your account. Okay. And that's part of your booth. Okay. So let me go over to Bonanza. I think this was, okay. Yeah, this was the integrations. Okay, we talked about the membership. So let me go over to my account. Okay, so here are the categories. You got fashion, men's fashion, home and garden, health and beauty, collectibles, handbags, jewelry, and more. So you see all the more, all these things that you could be selling on Bonanza, an opportunity to sell. And again, you don't have 9,000 questions like you do on some of the other platforms. So in essence, to me, sometimes it feels like it's more like selling on Facebook Marketplace. So any purchases that you made, any messages you get from your customers, go there. And so my selling dashboard, because I haven't sold in a while, this is my information. So I have to reconnect because I had my eBay connected. So I have to reauthorize my account, but that's okay. So you can connect to whatever you have active. It's going to show you what's active. So it says that my booth is partially active because I need to reconnect my eBay account and so on and so forth. If there's anything you want to disconnect, you can disconnect it over here by choosing that. So again, when you're something you need to do, it's going to give you a message right here. And then of course they are doing the tax collection They're doing the tax collection for you, which is, again, it's a marketplace. So just like Amazon, just like Facebook Marketplace, just like Walmart, just like Etsy, just like Shopify, they're going to collect the taxes and report them for you. So if you decide you want to get an advanced account, because you can set up a booth, or you can do an advanced account where it's connected to a URL, then that is more. And you can choose to set that up if you want to. You have data on all your customers. That means you can go back and market to them. So I do like, the simplification of this platform and what you can do with it. So because I don't have anything connected, I don't know that it's going to let me actually go in and create a listing. Okay. Add edit items. So add a new item. And I'm just going to put, I don't know, trolls bundle. We're just going to look and see. I just want to show you some of the fields. So it's going to ask me to upload pictures. It's giving you the dimensions for the pictures, what it recommends at the minimum that it needs to be. And remember, again, like on other platforms, if the pixels are too low, then it's going to be grainy. And what sells? You're selling keywords and you're selling pictures. And so your keywords definitely need to be what people are looking for. Your pictures need to be bright and full. So at least 3 or more images. I believe it goes all the way up to 10. So then you can choose the category that you want to sell in. So if I choose baby, then I can go down the rabbit hole. Actually, I want to put out the toys. If I go to toys, and let's just say I'm selling, I don't know, Black Panther. So I can go down to toys and I can choose comic book heroes. Okay. And then I'm going to put the details in here. I'm going to put the condition. I'm going to put the brand. So if it's Marvel, whatever, I'm going to put the UPC. And I'm going to put in the MPN. And so the G, I had not seen that before. Hold on just 1 second. Rejected. Google Shopping will reject items in this category that is listed as new. Interesting. So good to know, keeping that in mind. The type of item that it is, the character family. Oh, look at that. They already give you some. So I don't know. Is Black Panther in here? I don't know. Yeah, I don't see character family. I don't see Black Panther. Marvel? I don't know. Marvel Universe. Okay. The year, the size, the era, and then the description. How many do you have available? And then the shipping information based on how you set up your shipping settings when you first set it up. And it says, will you ship to non-US countries? Keep that in mind. If you're willing to ship out to the UK or to Canada or whatever, what does that look like for you? And you can set those rates. And then I can go ahead and once I'm done, add this item to my booth and it's active. So this is the actual entire listing. This is everything that I'm putting in here, which is, not a lot. So you want to make sure you have strong keywords at the beginning in the title. And if you're going to do some advertising, then I can go in and put some additional keywords over in there. So that's the short version of creating your first listing. And you can edit. I can edit my booth settings, but you can edit your listings. If you want to take it down, you can make it not visible. So I like this functionality. I like this feature. It is easy to use. It's easy to set up. And it's a great platform for you to, get rid of inventory that you couldn't return, that you've just got sitting around. Just go ahead and list it. Make sure you catalog it somewhere. So then that way you'll have a record of it. And you would be surprised, like some of the stuff that maybe you didn't think would sell, you'd be surprised how it might just sell organically on its own. So that is Bonanza. Again, I hope this information is helpful to you. Next week, we will be going through Google Shopping and showing you how to set up Google Shopping and how to use Google Shopping. So take advantage of the information about Bonanza. Go play with it. It's a great platform to check out, and you can check out the features and the functionality of Bonanza. All right. So if you're not already an Academy member, we want to invite you to join eCom Sellers Academy. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's $17.99 a month. So why not? We also have a lifetime subscription opportunity. So go check out eCom Sellers Academy at www.ecomsellersacademy. Check us out. Feel free to join us. We'd be glad to have you. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers Academy, and we're going to say goodbye for now. Okay, so let's go see what questions we have. I got to log into Facebook, see if we have any questions. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat. Again, we apologize for the delay. Today was a little crazy. Let me stop showing my screen so I can log in real quick. Okay. Every time I log out, I get this message that says, hey, someone is trying to log in with your login and password to Facebook. Is that you? So I have to go prove that it's me. All right, so I'm looking for any questions that you might have about Bonanza. What questions do you have? What information do you want to know about? What would you like for us to share with you? Go ahead and type your questions now. Type your questions in the chat. This is your time for the live Q&A. Again, I apologize for the massive delay. So what questions do you have today? What questions do you all have? Please feel free to type them in the chat. Let us know what your questions are. Anything? All right, I don't see any questions yet. Not yet. This is what I will say. If you do have questions about Bonanza, feel free to type them in this thread. We're happy to answer those questions and to help you. Like I said, there is a Bonanza sync functionality so that you could cross-list your items from your other platforms onto Bonanza, saving yourself a little bit of time. For those of you that are frustrated with Amazon and you want your listings to be out there so you don't lose the images, definitely use Bonanza. Also, consider doing a backup of those items, of the pictures on your Google Drive as well. Catalog them somehow. Hire a VA to do that. So there's a lot of different categories. If you're selling any products or you have products in any of these categories, or maybe you want to test a private label product that you're thinking about. You want to test a bundle idea, bundle concept. Again, Bonanza is a great one to test on. So is Facebook Marketplace. See what happens organically and naturally, just because of the platform. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and log off for now. If you have any questions, I know that Renata and I think Tony and Celia are monitoring the questions in the Facebook group. So feel free to ask your questions there and we'd be happy to help you. And again, if you decide to get started on Bonanza, definitely reach out to me or reach out to any of us. Schedule your coaching session because you have a free 20-minute coaching session every quarter. Schedule it. Let's get it set up. This is a great time to learn another platform if you want to learn another platform or you want to have another platform that you cross list onto. So schedule your session if you need some help with Bonanza. All right. This is Nicole Whitlock. I'm going to say goodbye for now.